Why do we look up to the people that we look up to? Why do we idolize the people that we idolize? Is it because they put out a great song? Is it because they made a movie that really stuck with us or gave us financial advice that changed our lives? Why do we look up to the people that we look up to?
So lately I've been trying to curate my social media feed a bit more.
In the age of social media, we create these experiences that often have a negative impact on us.
I've been trying to focus on content that inspires me, and what inspires me can mean a lot of things, but just in general, it has to leave me feeling better than when I open the app.
We often scroll through a lot of content that upsets us, and we end up going on an emotional roller coaster while scrolling through our feeds. My most recent observation is that I'm really hesitant to unfollow people.
If someone's content bothers me, or I find it annoying, or it's just not serving me in a way I want, I'll sooner close the app than actually unfollow them. And isn't that kind of the point of the button? If the content isn't serving me, why am I forcing myself to view it and watch it constantly, even if it has the same effect multiple times in a row?
I also want to make it more of a point to connect with people on social media.
I'm pretty bad at engaging on social media. I almost never comment on people's posts. I almost never respond to stories. So when I expect that people will do that, I often have to question why. If I won't do it, why would someone else? I should be commenting on people's posts. I should be commenting on people's YouTube videos and starting the conversation. Social media is built to be social, and I should be social on it. And most importantly, I think I need to be better about responding to everyone who shoots me a message. People are out there and they want to connect, so connect, chat, and be a human being.
Now, here's a question for you. Why don't we curate the people that we idolize or the people that we look up to the same way that we curate our social media feeds?
Celebrities have one thing in common with us, whether it's Kim Kardashian, Robert Downey Jr., Addison Rae, or Dave Portnoy. One thing, we're all humans. Every single one of us. So think of yourself. Think of all your little quirks, all the ideas you come up with, the smart things, the dumb things, the funny things, the embarrassing things. Every single thing. You have a million characteristics about you. When we idolize someone, we often have this misconception that we know everything about them. And I hate to break the news, but you probably don't know nearly as much as you think you do about these people. So when we go years and years thinking we know everything about someone, when something comes up and it's not something that resonates or not something that we agree with, we feel like we've been cheated or we've been betrayed. But the reality is the people we idolize, we don't really know anything about at all. We only know what they share with us and what they curate about themselves to share on social media, on TV, and all of that.
I'm sure we've all experienced it. Someone that we used to really look up to just doesn't resonate with us the same way that they used to. They don't connect with us in the same way that they used to, which doesn't mean that they did something heinous. It just means that they don't connect in the same way.
Who we idolize and who we watch, what we consume, can ultimately end up defining us. Even more so, the people that we idolize can often be people that are on our social media feeds. So why don't we curate them the same way they curate who they are? They curate their brand and they curate their social media. We should consume things intentionally. We should curate what we consume if it's not fitting and it's not helpful, it's not benefiting us anymore.
In my experience in life, surrounding myself with people or content or information that feeds my soul and feeds my brain, it makes me feel more whole and it makes me feel happier. So lately, I've been trying to curate my experiences to make present me feel good about what I'm surrounding myself with, but more importantly, to surround myself with content that resonates with the future version of myself.
So why do we idolize the people that we idolize? I don't know, you probably thought that I would be able to answer that question for you, but my point is you need to ask yourself that question more often. Mentors, idols, social media, movies, directors, everything. Why? Because if you don't control what you consume will start to control you. In other news, and on that note, speaking of controlling you, watch Squid Game. It controlled the fuck out of me. I watched all 9 episodes in one day and I'm rewatching it again. That is a great example of a show that you might want to curate your watch time. Anyways,